Hi, do you often find in life that you're twirling and suddenly you have to take a pivot? And what does that feel like for you? My name's Janelle Breeze-Biagioni. I'm also known as the Hope Generator, generating hope when you can't. I work in the field of brain injury. I am a counselor, and primarily my work is helping people who have suffered a catastrophic loss, them or their families, and or experienced loss through death, and how to redesign and rebuild life. So today in Victoria, British Columbia, as well as in all over our province, there's been quite a fall of snow, and suddenly I found myself doing a bit of a pivot to reschedule things because the weather was so bad this morning. But that has often happened to me in life. And sometimes those are things like the death of my husband where life really took a hard turn and a pivot and, took a long time to pull myself out of that and to rebuild. But there's other things that happen in life too. And I've had a couple of recent things in my work where I've had to pivot when I thought I was just twirling along and making great decisions. So one of them is a class that I've been doing for a number of months on building social enterprise, an employment project for survivors of brain injury, and really thought I was focused and knew where we were going, and then suddenly realized that the numbers that we were trying to work out to build this business, wasn't really viable. And so we had to do a pivot, my colleague and I. And, at first that really panicked me. I was like, Actually, I was in denial. I was like, this can't be. Like, we really want this to work out this way. Surely I've got the numbers wrong. We can figure this out. And no, we were right. The numbers for the specific piece of the project we were working on didn't match up, and it didn't look like it could be a viable business. And so we started to look at other areas and found that there was many challenges with that, and we were constantly being taken into this pivot away from that. And then we discovered that we actually had a piece of our employment program that really is doing well and potentially could be a really great business for survivors of brain injury. So we did a pivot and we started building our new project around that. And so it was a bit of a lesson to me to not panic, to not be in denial, to take a breath and to look at numbers, to seek guidance and advice from people who have more experience than I do in that particular area, to see if in fact I was seeing things the way that I thought that they were being revealed to me, and was my interpretation of the events accurate. So it was a really good lesson for me. I didn't want to lose any sleep about it, but it was really starting to bother me that I couldn't find a solution to make this piece work. And I think that was a good lesson. Perhaps how I view all goals in my life is that, this is where I'm headed. And I don't ever really get hung up on the outcome. I take action every day, and I want to ensure that I'm getting towards what I need to do. But I always kind of view that if it's not that particular thing, then something even better will come. But I don't like it when it looks like I have to make a really big change midstream to do something different. And certainly that's what we're going to have to do with this project. But I'm a bit excited about it now because I think we found a solution to at least start building a business with. And that's going to be great for the clients that I work with, and it's going to be great for the organization that I'm working with. It's going to be great for our community, and from there we can go on to build and do new things. So I just want to ask you, to observe if you feel that you're twirling in life and things are going along great, and if there's a pivot that you have to do, what does that feel like when there's a hard turn in life, a project, your work, a relationship, and what is your initial response to that, and then how do you work through that? So take some time to think about that today. And certainly I'm going to too. So my first number one thing is, take a breath and just pause and be reflective about it opposed to reactive to it. And then, if through reflection, you'll come up with some new ideas and some new answers, and maybe not be so concerned that door is closing and you have to keep pushing it open. And I've seen that saying, like, when one door closes, just leave it shut because another one would open. Don't keep trying to open that same door. So yes, we have to be realistic, and sometimes those truths, are a bit painful for us. But in the long run, my experience has been that always, if I can be open to what is the new idea, the new process that's coming in place, it actually is better than what I started out with the first time around. So again, my name's Janelle Breeze-Biagioni. I'm known as the Hope Generator. You can find me at janellebb.com. There's a link to my book, Life Losses, Healing for a Broken Heart, on that website. You can find me on Facebook under the Hope Generator and on Twitter at janellebb. So that's what's going on in my world today. I hope you're all safe and sound and staying warm out of this cold, snowy weather. Have a great day, everybody. Bye now.